Hello everyone, welcome to Prince on Air, and we are back with another video related to the chapter number 1 of class 11 chemistry, that is some basic concepts of chemistry. And in this lecture we will discuss the last topic of this chapter, that is concentration terms. Okay, that all concentration terms we will discuss here. Not of all means that related to the NCERT part. Some of them are also not included in this section that you will discuss in your further classes also. Okay, so here just we will focus on the required manner terms. Clear? So now today's objectives are to cover reaction in solution. That in your NCERT book it is written there, reaction in solution. We will discuss about the concentration terms. Okay, concentration terms like molarity, molality, normality. That normality here I am not discussing here. Just molarity, molality, mole fraction, okay, mass percent, volume percent. That terms we will discuss in this section, in this lecture. Clear? So now we have to move on the next part, that is the different types of concentration terms that we are going to discuss in this lecture, that are mass percent or weight percent, molarity, molality, mole fraction. That all terms we will discuss in this section side by side. Here firstly we will discuss about the mass percent. Mass percent, what is mass percent here? Mass percent or volume percent. Clear? Percent means per cent, per 100 part. Okay, cent means here 100 part. So 100 part, in 100 parts, if we are dividing a given solution into 100 equal parts, how much part of that given solute present into the solution? Like firstly I just want to introduce about the terms solute plus solvent. They both will make solution. Okay, solution. Now solute will be that component which is present in lesser amount in solution, okay, and which is present in larger amount in solution, that is considered to be as solvent. Okay, now solution is the collection of both of the solute and solvents. Here we have to just discuss about the mass percent. Now upper m representing the mass of solute and lower m is representing the mass of solution here. Now formula will become here, it will be mass of solute upon mass of solution into 100. Okay, like in this way you can write. Okay, similarly for volume percent, V by V percent means volume percent. Here it is the volume of solute and here it is the volume of solution. So like in this way what we have to write here, it will be the volume of solute upon volume of solution into 100. Okay, like in this way you can write. Afterwards what we have, parts per million, like in this way, that word itself defining the definition of given composition or given part, like mass percent per cent in 100 parts. Similarly here per million, so million part, million is 10 raised power 6, 10 lakh. Okay, so like in this way you can write. So here just what you have to do, in place of 100 you have to write 10 raised power 6. So you can calculate the mass percent, parts per million for mass. Okay, similarly for what you have to do, parts per million for volume, what you have to do here, you have to do, in place of 100 you have to write 10 raised power 6 here. That's it. Okay, that's it we have to do. Clear? Okay, so you can note it down. Now Let's move on the next part. We'll discuss all that terms, okay, that mass percent or volume percent in terms of this question or definition also. So they can ask you related to this line. So what is the significance of this line here? 10% weight by weight, here percentage is also given. Okay, 10% weight by weight percent or mass by mass percent solution of sodium chloride. It means that here it is a solute. Okay, so how we can write the 10 gram mass is given, no? So in that way you have to calculate in terms of gram. So 10 gram of solute here sodium chloride, 10 gram NaCl in mass of solution, sorry. So it will be in 100 gram of solution, like in this way you have to write. There 10 gram of NaCl in 100 gram of solution. Okay, one more example we can take for volume. 10 by 10 10% of volume by volume percent solution of sodium chloride. It means that 10 ml for volume, we are using that unit as a ml. So 10 ml solute present in 100 ml of solution. Now solute is NaCl, so it will be 10 ml NaCl present in 100 ml of solution. In like this way you have to write it properly. Now one numerical is there, like in this, if 11 gram of oxalic acid are dissolved in 100 ml of solution, 11 gram of oxalic acid are dissolved in 500 ml of solution, and density is provided here 1.1 gram per mole. What is the mass of oxalic acid in solution? Okay, so they are asking you, it is not a mole, it should be ml, okay, milliliter. So what is the mass of oxalic acid in solution? So that is the question here. So all of you know that density is equals to mass over volume. Density is equals to mass over volume. Now they have given you mass of oxalic acid and volume of that solution, okay, and also the density of solution they have given to you. This is the density of solution. So density of solution will be mass of solution and volume of solution. Clear? Like in this way. So density they are providing you and volume also providing you. So firstly you have to calculate the mass of solution. Mass of solution will be density rho into volume. Density is 1.11 and volume is 500 ml. So it will become 550 gram. Okay, 550 gram. That will be the mass of solution. Now they are asking for the what is the mass of oxalic acid in solution. Okay, means just they are asking about the mass of solute. We got the mass of solution here, and one more is there, that is I think there is what is the mass of oxalic acid in the solution. So what they are asking, mass, it should be mass percent. Okay, it should be mass percent, that is a missing here. So it should be mass percent. So what we have to do here, mass percent means m by m percent. So mass of solute upon mass of solution. Mass of solute they have given to you, that is 11 gram, and mass of solution is 550 gram. Okay, there is little bit mistake here. In place of mole you have to write ml, and in place of mass you have to write mass percent. Like in this way you have to correct the statement. Now into 100 also. So percentage for to calculate the percentage you have to multiply it by 100. So in that way you can calculate the value. The answer will be 502. So it will be 2% answer. Clear? Clear? Yeah. Next one is the term molarity. It is a most important topic, and how we can represent that molarity in term, it will be in the form of capital M. Okay, we can represent that molarity in terms of capital M. That is a notation of molarity. Now definition of molarity is the number of moles of solute dissolved per liter of solution. Means in 1 liter how many number of moles of solute are present. Okay, that is the meaning of molarity here. So it will be number of moles of solute upon volume of solution in liter. Clear? Or if it is, if the volume is present in terms given in terms of milliliter, so what we have to do, just we have to multiply it by 1000. So number of moles of solute upon volume of solution in ml into 1000. Okay, like in this way you can calculate the molarity. Like they are given you the question here. So 2.46 gram of sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is NaOH are dissolved in water. Okay, dissolved in water. The solution is made to be 100 ml. Okay, now the volume of solution is 100 ml. So what we have to do, we have to apply this formula. In a volumetric flask, calculate the molarity of solution. Now what they have given to you, the mass of solute. Mass of solute is 2.46 gram. Okay, 2.46 gram, that mass is given, and afterwards molar mass of solute is, that is of NaOH, na? So sodium is 23, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1. So it will become 140. Check it once. Is it 40? Yeah. So 40 will be the molar mass. Now number of moles should be given mass upon molar mass. That we have done in the previous section. We have done this formula how to solve the number of moles. So it will be 2.46 upon 40. From that you can calculate the number of moles. Okay, number of moles we can calculate by this section. And afterwards what we have to do, don't solve it now. We have to find out the number molarity. So molarity is number of moles of solute upon volume of solution in ml into 1000. Okay, so here it will becomes number of moles 2.46 upon 40 into 1000. Okay, upon volume is volume 100. Six 1 61.5. Okay, so it will become 61.5 into 10 raised power minus 2 molar, or you can write that unit as mole per liter. Clear? So that is the terms how you can solve it. Okay. Now molality. Molality is represented with the help of small m. Okay, it is used, or it is also used in laboratory purposes for finding out the concentration of solute in the solvent or solutions. So the formula is, or that definition is the number of moles of solute dissolved per 100 gram of solvent. Means it will be number of moles of solute upon mass of solvent in kilogram. If it is given in gram, so what we have to do here, number of moles of solute upon mass of solvent in gram into 1000. Okay, remember that only the molality is the term in which we are dividing that by the any term, any physical quantity that is of solvent, not of solution. Okay, only in molality we are using that term here, solvent. Clear? So we have that question here, calculate molality of solution containing 20.7 gram of potassium carbonate. Okay, that given component is potassium carbonate dissolved in 500 ml of solution, and density they are providing you 1 gram per ml. Now see solution. Mass of solute is 20.7 gram. Okay, that is a mass of solute, no? And afterwards, volume of solution, it is 500 ml. Density of solution, it is 1 gram per ml. Okay, so through that you can calculate the mass of solution. So mass of solution will be, as all of you know, the density is mass over volume. So mass will be density into volume. Similarly here, mass of solution will be, density is 1 gram per milliliter, and here it will what we have to do, volume. So we have to multiply it by volume, 500 ml. So then the amount of mass of solution will become 500 ml. Clear? 500 ml. Now we need that to calculate the mass of solvent and number of moles of solute. Mass of solvent, how we can calculate it? We can calculate mass like here. We all know that solute plus solvent will make solution. Okay, let us suppose the mass of solute is m1 and mass of solvent is m2 and mass of solution is m3. So for applying the law of conservation of mass, the mass m1 plus m2 should be equals to m3. Okay, the total mass of reactant should be equals to total mass of product. So like in this way it should be obeyed. Now here the solute mass is given, that is 20.7 gram. So it is 20.7 gram. Clear? And that for solvent they have not given to you. Only the solution we got, that is 500 ml. So if we have to calculate the mass of solvent, so mass of solvent M2 will be 500 minus 20.7. It will be 479.3 gram. Okay, like in this way, you just have subtracted this value. Clear? So first term that we needed for to calculate the molality, mass of solvent, that we got here. Okay, now we need number of moles of solute. For that we need mass of solute and molar mass of solute. Okay, so molar mass of solute we have to calculate, that will be KCO3. Okay, KCO3. Sorry, not K2CO3. So potassium carbonate, like in this way you can calculate the mass of potassium carbonate, that should be equals to 138. It will be 138. So number of moles of potassium carbonate will be given mass is 20.7 and molar mass is 138. Okay, 138, and afterwards multiplied it 1000, and here we want the mass of solvent. Mass of solvent is 479.3. okay, so just you have to solve this term, you will get the answer. Okay, try it once, and that answer will be 0.313 molar. Okay, like in this way you can calculate. Try to solve yourself. Okay, now mole fraction we have to discuss. Before that, I just want to tell you, in terms of laboratory purposes, we that more accurate value between molarity and molality is molality. Okay, because it depends upon mass, and molarity depends upon volume, and volume can change with time or temperature, but mass cannot be changed with temperature. Okay, so volume is dependent upon the temperature, but mass is not dependent upon the temperature. So as you know that environmental conditions are changing, and with the change in environmental condition, their temperature will be changed. So that if the temperature is changing, the volume can also be changed. So in that terms, the molarity can also be changed, which is dependent upon the volume. So that's why for laboratory purposes, the molality is much better than molarity. But sometimes we are also using the molarity. Yeah, normality we are also using there. Now mole fraction. Now what is mole fraction here? Mole fraction is the ratio. It is the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles present in the solution of different components. For example, we are having two components in the solution. Okay, two different types of components, they are making the solution. So the that may be A and B, both are different. So the mole fraction of A, that we can represent with the help of X. Okay, so it will be X A equals to number of moles of A, to which we want to find out the mole fraction, that number of moles should be taken as here in numerator. So here it will be the number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Clear? Through that we can calculate it. Similarly, to find out the mole fraction of B, it will becomes number of moles of B upon number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. So through that we can calculate it. Okay, and remember that if one more component is present, like for C, so you have to write NC also here. Okay, and we can find the XC, that is the mole fraction of C, it will be NC upon NA plus NB plus NC. Through that we can calculate it. Okay, the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles present in the solution of different components also. Okay, and one more thing, the mole fraction will be, okay, mole fraction fraction will be will be always less than or equal to 1. Okay, it will be maximum equals to 1. Like all that mole fraction, like here XA plus XB plus XC, they collectively make it equals to 1. Clear? Is it clear now? Now one question is given to you that the solution is prepared by adding 60 gram of methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol is CH3OH to 120 gram of water. Calculate the mole fraction of methanol and water. Okay, now this is the solution by adding 160. Yeah, so this is, suppose this is the water of 120 gram and you are adding 60 gram of methyl alcohol. So 60 gram methyl alcohol is added here. Okay, so methyl alcohol will be as a solute, okay, which is lesser in amount. Now number of moles of methyl alcohol, it will be given mass upon molar mass. Given mass is 60, molar mass CH3OH 12 plus 3 plus 16 plus 1. So it will be 17, 18, so 15, 16, 16 plus 6, 22, 32. Okay, so it will be 32 here. Check it once. 12, 3, 16, 1, 15, 31, 32. Okay, so like in this way, it will be 30 upon 16, 15 upon 8. Okay, 15 upon 8. So these are the number of moles of methyl alcohol. Now number of moles of water we have to calculate. It will be number of moles of water. It will be 120 upon the molar mass of water is 18. All of you know that. H2O, 2 plus 16 is 18. Okay, so 960, 60 upon 9. Okay, like in this way. So here mole fraction we have to calculate. The number of moles of water are 60 upon 9. That we can solve more. That will be 20 upon 30. Okay, 20 upon 30. 20 upon 3, sorry. And here the number of moles of alcohol, okay, it will be 15 upon 8. Clear? So mole fraction we have to calculate now. So mole fraction of water, it will be number of moles of water upon number of moles of water plus number of moles of alcohol. Number of moles of water are 20 by 3 upon number of moles of water is 20 by 3 plus 15 upon 8. So that value you have to solve. Similarly, number of moles of, just you have to solve only this equation, okay, and by solving this equation, these values, you you can calculate the value of mole fraction of alcohol by subtracting it from 1. Okay, so just you have to do like that calculation. Try to solve it yourself. Okay, so it will be I think so. Try to do yourself once. It will be 0.780. Okay, it will be 0.780, and that's of alcohol. It will be 1 minus 0.780. Okay, so you will get that value will be 0.220. Okay, so that mole fraction of alcohol methanol will be 0.220 and that's of water will be 0.780. Clear? So at last, this one is the lecture for concentration terms, and once again I just want to say, if any doubt you can ask me anytime by any source related to the this application, and you can put that any doubt related to the topic here. Okay, if you have any doubt you can personally consult with me on this lab. You can connect with me in on this lab app, sorry. And here at last, once again I would want to say that keep studying and keep motivated, stay blessed here and stay at home. Thank you.